This is Scott from KIG. It's October 25th, 2015, and today we're going to do several runoff videos for this 10-ton Advantage, 10 horsepower Advantage air-cooled chiller, which is going to go to a brewery out in Indiana. This unit is model MK10A 21HF, serial number 81491, a 230 volt three-phase unit, drawing 54.5 amps at full load. So a couple things we're just going to go over first before we power it up. This unit has the upgraded 2000 LE controller, which is nice. Just gives you a few more bells and whistles as far as indicators and warning lights. I'm going to go around the unit first with the covers off. This particular unit, you need to have the covers on to get proper airflow through the condenser. On the inside of the unit here we have our insulated reservoir tank. Now this unit here, we modified the plumbing for brewery application, a brewery application. What that means is we have our 2 horsepower stainless process pump, and that is set up to draw off the tank, okay? Then it discharges up, and in this case back into the tank where the heat exchanger is. So we're actually pumping the fluid directly into the heat exchanger before it goes out to the process. That way the flow and GPM and pressure requirements needed in that heat exchanger, that plate heat exchanger, refrigerant to fluid, are satisfied before it goes out to the process, where pressures may be throttled down depending on the ratings on your jacketed vessels and so forth in your brewery. Then it discharges back into the tank and heat exchanger here, which is a submerged style in this insulated tank. Going on the back here. Up top here, kind of nice. You probably don't need to use it for your application, but we do have a make-up water solenoid valve here. We have our 10 horsepower Copeland compressor. Our liquid receiver, dryer. This unit is equipped with hot gas bypass, minimum load control, which is nice. Right above that is your refrigerant sight glass, and also positive line shut off. And we have our dual fans for the chiller up top here. And here we have a flow switch, so another nice redundant feature. The chiller will go into alarm and shut down if it does not have appropriate flow. We'll go over some other things after we get the unit going here. So we're going to come over, give us our main power. Take a few seconds here. You can just press the green button. Power things up for a second. So the top value is the process fluid temperature, the bottom value is the set point. So we're going to run this, and we have been running this thing extensively. We're going to run it at 30 Fahrenheit for the rest of the day, which we have been. On this one here, when we run it at 30, there'll be a little bit of overshoot, and it'll actually bring it down to about 26, 27 before it turns off. It will go into hot gas bypass before that happens. Hot gas bypass is when if you have less than your rated load, it's a way of keeping the compressor on longer and keeping a false load, if you will, because it's the starts and stops on a compressor that you do want to minimize. Here we don't have a load, but so it's obviously going to go into hot gas bypass. That green compressor light means it's on a time delay, so when you first start it up, it's going to wait a little bit for the compressor to turn on. That's a safety precaution. And so at this point here, I'm going to end video number 1, put the side covers on. We'll be back in video number 2 as we start to chill and talk about some other things. Thank you.